Hello, everybody. I only have one puzzle available to me right now, so I guess we're doing Golden Thread. Um, it is another one of these chain, like, ongoing products, so that's interesting. But it's relatively simple. We only have gold and salt to start with, and they don't need to be transmuted or bonded or changed or in any way. I guess bonded, they have to be bonded together, but they don't other things needing to happen. So I think my plan is to. I mean, I have wanted to do this several times and have failed each time, so hopefully I can do it this time. But I want to do this these subsections first, and then have a different assembly area where I put together the golds and the salt pairs into this pattern somehow. So that's kind of the goal. I don't have more of a plan than that. So I'm just gonna go for it and see what I come up with, and I'll let you know when I'm back. Okay, let me talk you through what I've got so far, and see if I can come up with more thoughts while that's happening. Basically, these two, 1 and 2, are just making the salt pairs. 3 is then grabbing it and bringing it over to these two glyphs of bonding. Then when that happens, 4 is grabbing a gold, bonding it, and then rotating it around like way too many times, and then bonding it over here as well. But basically the problem I have right now is that 4 is doing too much and taking too long, and so I have to slow down the other stuff in order for it to happen. Which is lame, but here's what it looks like. The bond there, rotates all the way around, bonds there. And then my thought was, and this is not gonna work in a couple of different ways, is that if I just plop this, where? Oh, I wanted it the opposite direction. I wanted it with the two prongs facing to the left, with these two sitting on here. So the next time I brought it over, the next gold would land here and it would bond again. Makes sense. Honestly, if I rotate this so that there's the two here, this might work, and having one more to bring it down could work. I mean, it's still super long though, so I don't necessarily have a solution for that. And I haven't even reset this one. This one still has to let go and rotate to left. So I think the better option is somehow another arm in here doing another job. I'm gonna think about it for a second. Okay, so I haven't come up with a solid plan yet, but I think the only plan I have is that this process, just like with these things, is not quite right. I feel like there should be a better way to do that. So I'm just gonna mess around with it, and see what happens. Basically, I feel like this kind of thing might have a better outcome. Maybe I can do like this kind of a deal, kind of spin it around that way. I don't know if it works, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, let me show you where I'm at. First of all, I had the cool idea that maybe I could have this go like straight down off the screen, or like, I mean, I can't use straight down, but like diagonally. But there's no rotating box on this bad boy, so it's gotta be out to the right, which is super lame. Then I've kind of got a situation here where I can just barely make 4 not be overloaded compared to these, by having it be a double and having another something remove it as quickly as possible. So let me show you what I got. This brings it in, rotate it around, and it bonds just in time there. And then the instruction we have left This one lets go. This one grabs. For waits 1 instruction here to give 5 time to move out of the way. And then in this instruction, it grabs it again. Just barely. Just barely perfect. I think. It might have 1 extra turn in it, which is also helpful. Actually, does it have 1 extra turn in there? Out of the way, grab. I think it does have an extra turn in there. Okay, so that might actually matter now. Oh, that's that is not what we want. All right, guys, we've done it. It's enormous, but we did it. So I was trying to be all small up here, and the only solutions to my problems were a bigger and bigger thing. Because this, even though it seems all compact, and this rotates the arm around, it takes up so much room down here. Let me show you one bit at a time. So this part, look how far it goes. Swoosh, and then rotate back through. And so if I want to have anything going on down here, I've got to get out of the way of that. And the only way to fix that is like going further down, or if I could somehow find a way to get further this way, but I can't swing this to the right because it'll hit this piston arm. So basically, it's really long, it's really big. The area is not going to be a win. But I think I have done it, so let me go ahead and hit play. Nice. I mean, somebody did it faster, just barely, but I mean, honestly, average for area, I'm pretty happy with, and average for cost, I'm happy with. Well, for being this fast on cycles, I'm pretty happy with that. So it's pretty satisfying. The main thing I don't like is that when it pauses, it doesn't pause on thing. I mean, I could just like I think that makes it take a little bit extra area. I don't know if it is enough extra area to make me lose a bump though. Yeah, see, so area best 85, now 88. And an extra cycle, an extra 1 smoother. So, I mean, it's technically a little bit worse, but it is more satisfying to look at, which counts for something. Yeah, I enjoyed this puzzle. I hope you guys did as well. Have a great week.